Oakland A's UK. Oakland A's UK. The Oakland A's UK. The Oakland A's UK.
Hello and welcome to Oakland A's UK YouTube. I'm Matt Smith, here for your Sunday review, looking back at the week we've had and previewing today's game on Sunday 19th of May. It's been a week on the road for the A's, 2 games in Seattle and 4 games in Detroit, including today's game on Sunday. Seattle was bad, Detroit pretty good. So we start with the weird little 2-game series in Seattle on Monday and Tuesday, which didn't go very well for the A's, did it? Lost both games. Monday's in particular was an absolute killer. It was still going on in the early hours in the UK, kind of 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and well, the A's somehow managed to lose it despite hitting 5 home runs, including a home run for Mark Canha on his return from the injured list, 2 for Chris Davis on his return from his kind of hip side injury, and a home run for Laureano in the 10th inning to give the A's the lead, only for Joakim Soria to cough it up in the bottom of the 10th to lose it 6-5. Yeah, they say it's a hope that kills you, and that was kind of showed on my Twitter account. The disappointment carried on in the second game against Seattle, which the A's lost 4-3. Brett Anderson gave up 3 home runs. I watched it back, he didn't pitch that badly, to be honest. He just wasn't particularly sharp, and the A's didn't do much on offense, so yeah, that was another loss. It put the A's at, let's look at the sheet, 19-25 on the season, 9.5 back on the annoyingly good Astros in the AL West, and more pertinently, it was the A's 15th road loss on the season, which led the major leagues. The A's had lost 11 of their last 12 road games as a result of those 2 losses against Seattle. It was an off day on Wednesday before a 4-game series in Detroit, so something needed to change. We moved on to Detroit for the start of a 4-game series on Thursday. It was a 6:10 start, so in the UK, so great for us to watch, and it turns out that if you want to win a game on the road, scoring 17 runs kind of helps. 17-3, an absolute offensive outburst by the A's, including a 6-run 3rd inning with Jerickson Profar hitting a grand slam. There was also another home run by Matt Olson, his 3rd since coming back from his hand injury, which is a really good sign. Also the RBI machine, Josh Phegley, stuck another 4 RBIs onto his tally. So the A's were tremendous on offense, and they didn't really need it in some ways because Chris Bassitt was terrific. 8 shutout innings, carrying on his good form, which has been brilliant to see so far this season. So big win in the opener, and if Chris Bassitt's form in the first game was impressive, well, what about Frankie Montas on Friday? Fell just 1 out short of a complete game, 8.2 innings, 10 strikeouts. Said before the season, Frankie Montas was my tip to be the A's best starting pitcher, and boy is he living up to that. Tremendous performance by him. He's looking really, really good. His splitter is a real game changer, I think, for him this season. And yeah, brilliant to watch him pitch the way he's pitching at the moment. After the 70 win on Friday, we moved into Saturday yesterday. Another day game. It was 9:10 start in the UK, and the A's won it 4-1. Daniel Mengden carrying on the good pitching theme with 7 strong innings. He looked a little bit shaky in his season debut last Sunday against Cleveland, but was good here today. We do have to accept that the Detroit Tigers aren't all that good, but can't take anything away from Daniel Mengden. Pitched really well, and we want to see that from him. It's going to be interesting to see how the rotation shapes up now, doesn't it? Because Aaron Brooks came into that first game leading on from Chris Bassitt and gave up 3 runs, so I'm not sure quite what role Brooks is going to play with the A's this season. If Daniel Mengden and Chris Bassitt continue pitching the way they are, maybe he's going to have to drop out, but that's a good problem to have, let's be honest. Good win for the A's, 4-1, and setting up today's game on Sunday. Sunday's game is a 6:10 start in the UK, and it's Mike Fiers on the mound for the A's. He's not been good on the road this season, we have to admit, so this would be a good time to put that right, following on from the 3 great pitching performances we've had so far. The one concern for the A's yesterday was Chris Davis, who was a late scratch from the game. His hip side was still causing him some discomfort, so that Yeah, that is a worry. I suspect we may not see him again today. The Tigers are sending another lefty to the mound in Gregory Soto. So yesterday Matt Olson sat against a lefty, but I think he may be in today. We'll have to wait and see. The lineup normally is out a good hour or so before the game, so we'll see who Bob Melvin chooses to put in today. Now, we saw last week that the A's won the first 2 games of the series against Cincinnati, lost the 3rd game. Won the first 2 games against Cleveland, lost the 3rd game. We need to be greedy, A's. Come on, we've won the first 3 games of this series. Let's go and win the 4th and end the week on a high note. So as I say, it's a 6 UK start time today on Sunday. We'll be tweeting along on Oakland AUK, so follow along there. And as always, follow along on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, here on YouTube. I'm Matt Smith. Thanks a lot for watching.